All right, now the economy is a major focus of President Trump's agenda here in his second term. CBS News chief Washington analyst and CBS Sunday morning national correspondent Robert Costa sat down with former U.S. Treasury Secretary Lawrence Summers to get a sense of the state of the economy. Take a look.
What are they saying in the boardrooms across America right now about President Trump's economic policy? What's the real talk?
I think there's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of slightly stunned head shaking. I think there's still hope that this will all be a bad dream from which they can wake up.
If you had a moment with President Trump to talk about the economy, what would you say?
I would plead with him to set a course that he believes he can stick to, so we don't have a kind of generalized paralysis waiting on his next press conference that tips the economy into recession.
And Bob Costa joins us now for more on this really interesting interview from our D.C. bureau. Bob, good morning to you. I want to get your sense on how Larry Summers feels in general about what comes next. He just said there, hopefully the president doesn't get stuck in what may be stagnation or a stale economy. And we've got the Federal Reserve issuing a decision on interest rates this week. From your chat with Larry, what does he think comes next?
Great to be with you. Based on my conversation with Secretary Summers, it's evident that executives on Wall Street, business leaders, they want to see stability. In the wake of President Trump's sweeping tariffs, what he called Liberation Day, there's an expectation, some might call it a hope, that some deals might be cut in the coming days. Maybe not between the U.S. and China, but between the U.S. and some allies. So there's at least some sense of how the economy is going to play out on trade policy.
And we know you also spoke with Summers about higher education under President Trump. What was interesting there?
As we've been following here at CBS News, there is a showdown between President Trump and some institutions of higher education, particularly in the Ivy League. The administration has essentially frozen federal grants, billions of dollars in research funds and other materials, because they want to see changes on diversity policy and how anti-Semitism is handled on various campuses. And that has led to an unprecedented standoff. Harvard University, though, more than any other university, is really in the sights of President Trump and his allies like Stephen Miller. And Summers, as a former Harvard president, said it's important for Harvard to stand up to the administration, to not cave.
All right, Bob Costa at our D.C. bureau. Thanks for that. Folks should certainly check out his interview from Sunday morning. Another strong one. Bob, thank you.